Everything worked out in the end. I feel like I could say so much more. Happy Saturday. Caleb and I are about to head out. It's like 2:30. Just kidding, it's 3. I just made some blueberry syrup, and I've never made syrup before of any kind, but I really wanted to try some to kind of spice up my matchas. So I'm gonna make a matcha, and then we're gonna head to Santa Cruz and hang out for the day there, and then maybe meet up with some friends tonight. I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but I've started making my own oat milk, and it is so good. I can't find the lid for this jar, which is kind of annoying because I want to shake it up because it settles at the bottom. So I'm about to make a mess.
When you're staring at it, then you go.
Look at that. Let's give it a quick taste. Well, first, it's a really, really good matcha, but the blueberry taste is a little bit too subtle. I think I would either add more sugar or do more blueberries to water ratio. I don't really know. Maybe boil them longer. Caleb got a Jeep for his rental car, and it is the coolest thing ever.
A new Jeep?
Makes my Jeep look
So I got this because my truck broke down on the side of the road, so I had to get a vehicle. So I tried to rent a truck, and that's what I got online. But then when I got to the place, which is at a small airport, they were about to close. I had an Uber there because I took my truck to the shop after it broke down, barely made it. And I get there and the people say all that they have are cars. And it's just like, functionally, I can't use a car. And I was like, well, I rented a truck online. They're like, sorry, we don't have any trucks. The lady said, well, we just got a Jeep. And then the lady said, the fuel, like, I didn't pay for fuel. And so I guess neither did the people before me. So the lady said, bring it in, but it's like no fuel. So I hopped in and I'm driving home, and I didn't notice that it was literally like out of fuel. It was on E. And I kept thinking it should say like how many miles are left, but all it said was low fuel. I didn't think anything about it. So I left. I'm on a very busy...
It didn't start beeping at you more or anything?
No.
That's crazy.
It just said low fuel. I'm on a very busy exit, and all of a sudden this thing just goes bing, out of fuel. So I pull over, put my hazards on. I'm in on a super busy road. I have to get out, walk down like the edge of this super busy road to a gas station. Buy a gas can.
I can't believe you. Well, he called me. I was in the shower. I answered, and he was like, I ran out of fuel. I need you to come bring me a gas can. And I was like, had suds in my hair. I'd just gotten in the shower. So like, I get out of the shower, put on clothes, and literally grabbing my keys, and he texts me, it's fine, I'll get it. But then your phone died, so I was like...
Well, I just realized that there was a gas station. It was like half a mile away, and I could walk to it. So I was like, rather than making Lily drive all the way,
yeah,
I can do it.
I was just like,
so I walked down the
world?
side of the road. My phone was on 1%. I didn't have a charger. My phone ended up dying. I went to the gas station, bought a gas can, went out, filled it up, walked back down the road. I'm crossing like 6 lanes of traffic. It's dark. It's kind of raining. Fill this thing back up, made it back.
Everything worked out in the end. This is why we're not in his car. But this thing puts my Jeep to shame. Like all of the fancy controls down here and everything. It's pretty nice. We're going thrifting. We pull up. Who do we see?
Thrifters.
Cool people.
Unreal.
Gotta get in there and get all the cool stuff before them. Good morning. Happy Thursday. I feel like this happens every single week when I'm vlogging throughout the week. I'll film some things on the weekend, and then maybe at the beginning of the week, and then the week goes on and it gets to Thursday and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have not talked to the camera in a few days and I should pull the camera out. So I thought you guys could join me while I get ready for the day. This week has been a little bit different because all of my clients are out of school this week, and so I have later start dates just because parents want their kids to be able to have a little bit of time off and to be able to sleep in, and I love it. It's been so nice. It's kind of thrown me for a loop because I do love my early mornings. Usually I'm leaving for work right now. It's 8:15 and I don't have to leave for another hour and a half. It's kind of crazy. I'm gonna go in first with this Trader Joe's sunscreen. My skin is so sensitive. It always gets so red after I touch it or put anything on it. I thought that I would just kind of chit chat with you guys. How is everyone feeling? How's everyone doing? We've made it through half of February, which is crazy. We're really into 2025 now, and it's no longer the new year necessarily. Honestly, for me, it feels so crazy that time has gone by so fast. I have been feeling like I'm playing catch up ever since my school semester started, and I think I've talked about this a little bit on the vlog before, but school is really kicking my butt right now. It's really just like throwing me for a loop and keeping me on my toes. I'm not loving it right now, to be completely honest. Next, I'm gonna go in with this L'Oreal True Match. It's a tinted serum. A look into my everyday life, which is why I haven't been vlogging so much. As I wake up, I go to the gym, I get ready for the day, and any like household chores that need to be done, I do it in the morning. So like yesterday I did our laundry, I washed our sheets, I usually do dishes, I unload the dishwasher, I tidy up, sometimes I vacuum. Anything that just like needs to be done to make me feel better when I leave for work just makes me feel better to come home to a clean house is so nice. And then I get home, make dinner, Caleb and I hang out for a little bit. I'll just launch right into school, and I could be doing school for anywhere from like an hour to 2 to 3 hours, and then at that point it's 9:30, 10. The other night I did school until like 10:30, 11, and then I just get in bed. The day-to-day with it being that packed has been very exhausting because I feel like I wake up just to do it all over again, and that's life. We need rhythms and we need structure just as people. And I love my rhythms. I love my routines. I tend to feel burnt out when I don't really have time to do anything that I want to do, if that makes sense. And I obviously want to do like household things and like keep up with stuff in the home, and I want to make dinner, and I want to do school. Those are all things that I have opted in for. But it also just feels like I get in bed every single night and I'm like, wow, I haven't sat down in a while to just like sit down, and I haven't had a moment to breathe. And I've just been trying to think like, what can I do to kind of give myself a little bit more excitement? I don't know, bring some more joy into my daily routine. I really love to be creative. I love to be in the kitchen. I love to be creative, do things with my hands. And I feel like school kind of strips that away, because your brain is constantly going and you're focusing so intently on a task. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Dibs. It's the bronze and blush stick. Just went in with my e.l.f. lash extender. That is the finished makeup. It's just a little bit of kind of spot concealer, blush, and then mascara. And I always top off my lips with the Laneige lip mask. Thank you all for listening to me rant. I feel like I could say so much more. Until I have to leave, I'm gonna get dressed and I'm gonna sit down and do some schoolwork. For the day, I'm just gonna wear these Target leggings, which I know I talked about them in my last vlog, but I absolutely love them. And then I just have on this scuba quarter zip from Lululemon on. It's comfy, it's easy, and I can hang out with kids all day in it. Good morning. I am making myself my daily yogurt bowl, and I forgot to show you guys the granola that I made. This is what it looks like. Last night I got home from Starbucks. I went to Starbucks after I got off my first shift to work on this literature review that I'm doing for school, which is like the worst type of paper to write in my opinion, because there's no really creativity in the process. It's just reading lots and lots of data and analyzing data and reviewed articles on a certain subject and then basically compiling lots of different authors' thoughts into one cohesive document. I'm sure you guys know what a literature review is. But anyways, I was working on that. It took me 2 hours to go through all of my resources and compile all of their thoughts into a cohesive way. Now today I have to go back through and actually write it. But I got home from Starbucks and I get home and I'm looking around and there's like blobs up on the ceiling. I'm like, what the heck are those? And so I look closer and they're all bunches of little baby spiders, like in the corners, in the middle. And I saw a spider web like in the morning sunlight across our couch one morning, but I was like, oh, like I'll get it later. I don't see any spiders. I'm sure it's like a one-off thing. I go and look closer and there's probably 25 to 30 of these tiny little spiders and their little groups hanging up on our ceiling. So I called Caleb immediately and I was like, I'm not touching them. I feel icky in our house. I'm just waiting for you to get home to kill these. And he was on his way home. So he killed them all and I felt better and I vacuumed up like all the spider web stuff. And then this morning I wake up and there are probably 10 to 15 more. Okay, not that many, maybe 5 to 10. I was like, I'm just not gonna feel happy staying in the apartment if I don't clean these up. So I got my vacuum, I got the attachment that like goes around the corners and I sucked them all up and emptied them in the trash. And if you know me, this is a huge deal. And if you're wondering, why didn't Caleb do them for you? He's at work, he's been working weekends. So I had to man up and do it and now I feel strong, I feel brave, I feel ready to tackle my Saturday morning and this long paper.